What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys for joining each and every time you guys do decide to join me. We got another one for you today. Two bikes. Shout out to Ray, bringing the bike around. Let me hold on to it. Guys, this is what it would look like if bipolar were gone, okay? And the reason I'm saying that is because there's a lot of guys out there that ask me all the time, why don't you have a new CVO or the CVO ST? And I have my own reasons. And I'll tell you in a second, but you guys gotta think about it, man. When you put a lot of money in these bikes, it's not that easy to just get rid of them. So guys, I'm gonna give you some tips. I'm gonna give you some pointers. And if you care to, listen to them, you're in the right space. But if you think you might not want to get rid of your bike just yet, well, yeah, that's a good idea as well. Let me explain some things to you. Let's start from square one. When we go out to buy something brand new, what do we do first? We research it. We do some research. We check the price. We make sure we like it. We sit on it, test drive and all those types of things to then even put it in consideration. But after that, after you said, yeah, I like it. Yeah, it might be time. Well, you got to make sure either the bike you're getting rid of, you're not taking a big hit on it. Guys, it happens to the best of us. It happens all the time. Take, for instance, if you have a 2022 Harley Davidson Road Glide, and what if it's a 22 Harley Davidson Road Glide CVO? If you're fortunate, you don't have any payments. If you're not as well off, you might have payments. This is for the payment guys. This is money talk right now. So guys, if you have payments and you figure you take that bike in and they don't give you the payoff for it, is it worth it? Is it worth being upside down for a brand new bike? Now, by far, no questions asked, the new bikes will completely just like put the older bikes to the wayside. If you got a 19 to a 23, these bikes just push you out of the era. If you have a 107 or 103, get rid of them completely. If they're paid off, hold on to them. Yeah, hold on to them for a little bit, but those guys are who I'm talking about should be going out and buying a new bike. So if you don't have a bike at all, go out, by far, get yourself a new one, even if it's the standard, the 117. These bikes are on another level, guys. I'm not just saying it because I think that. I've ridden both. I've ridden one really hard, and that was the CVO ST. Go back and check that video out if you haven't checked it out yet. But I've ridden one of those too. Stage one, yeah. Don't forget, George All-American Cycles has one. I took his bike out and he let me take it out and, check it out. See how fast it really is. And by far, just with a stage one, it's a quick bike. That's something you can look into on your own. It's something that you might feel that might be the game changer for you. If you're getting into the performance build of these bikes, guys, there's not much aftermarket for that bike yet. Yeah, there are some parts. If you look at that bike right now, you can see carbon fiber wheels from a mile away. You can see the elbow intake from a mile away, but doesn't go much further than that. You only have a couple styles that you can really go off of. So guys, if that's something that you feel like you can wait on, by far, then go and get you one. If not, yeah, you might want to wait it out a little bit. Second thing is, if you do have a 114 Road Glide, Street Glide, Road King, something like that, that might be something to say, you know what? If I got money dumped into that bike, if I got over $10,000, is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. Not yet. Like I said, not until that aftermarket really catches up. And then now, if I get rid of my bike, I'm not as hurt because there's nothing worse than trying to start from scratch. Scratch is a long ways away. So if it were me, the only bike I would be able to get rid of would be bipolar, because this bike right here is just different, okay? So bipolar would have to be the bike. Bipolar can't be traded into any dealership. It would have to be somebody who knows about those types of bikes, that type of power, and would have to actually come and buy that bike from me. It's not for sale, but anything's for sale for the right price. But you would have to do that. I don't see myself trying to start over with a brand new bike without the aftermarket behind it, because it's just gonna take so long. I mean, we're 6 months in. We still don't have a lot of things to put on these bikes. The guys are catching up, of course. Engine builds are not there. You might be able to put a cam in and put a canned tune in, but that's about it. I'm not really that type of guy. I'd rather, do it once and cry once. That's just my mentality of things. At the same time, I'll say it over and over again. These bikes are so far advanced from your 23, from your 22, all the way down to your 2019. It's the bike to have. Now, I'll go back 2 steps. If you do have a 107 or a 103, not to say that those aren't good riding bikes and reliable bikes and different things like that, but it's time, right? I traded in a 2018 just because the monitor and it had a 107 engine in it. That's what made me change over to the 114 with the newer style radio, and I felt that was a great jump. Now, at the same time, that bikes have been around since 2019. The 114 had been around that long, and it was proven. It's still proven. It's a reliable, durable bike. You can ride it from here to, California. You can ride it from here to wherever you want. I've seen people put over 20,000 miles on those motors in a year. I mean, and that's not easy miles. We see how they build. They build and they make power. And then once they make the power, they're still reliable on the end of that. Yeah, do I just blow that away and say, yeah, no. But if I had a 107 or a 103, yeah, I got to go. I got to step up my game. I got to go to the new bikes. Body style, you have to like it. I notice a lot of guys, that front end and that headlight has really been growing on guys. If it's starting to grow on you, you're the guy I'm talking to. Yeah, take that into consideration. The past is always going to be the past, but the future is always something to keep up with. There's always been, the 103 guys say the 107 just doesn't sound like a Harley. And then the 103 guys said the 114 just didn't give you that twin cam sound. Well, it's not supposed to. Yeah, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to give you a better ride. It's supposed to give you more technology, more efficiency with that bike, stronger bikes. We all know that 103 got hot. You did anything to that engine, it was a super, super hot bike. That's when they said, okay, let's do 107. But the 107 didn't last as long. It came with problems. But when you went to the 114, no issues. Guys, and for me, I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now. It would be something that comes later on after I figure they've worked out all the kinks. Yes, I like the style. I like the handling. I like the way the bike rides overall. But I've heard a lot about kinks in that bike still, and it comes with all new things. Give it a year, maybe in another year or so. Once I see that these bikes make the power, all these parts hold up, the aftermarket is totally behind it, I might make the change. So guys, if you feel like you fit in any one of these categories, either to make the jump or not make the jump, this was the conversation for you. 114 guys, stay where you're at. Yeah, stay where you're at. That motor, man, it just did it for me, and it's doing it for a lot of guys. 117 guys, if you have a CVO and it's a 117, stay there. Don't let yourself get flipped over with payments or be upside down in payments. It doesn't make sense. We're on these bikes for enjoyment. We're on these bikes for, to leisurely ride. It doesn't have to be like, I got to figure out a way to pay for these bikes. All these bikes need, exhaust. All these bikes need little things that make them personal to us. So why would I go out and just throw my other bike to the wayside? But like I said, guys, if you don't have a bike, that's the bike to have. I wouldn't go back and buy an older model if I know that the newer model is coming along. Harley doesn't wait too long to handle recalls. So if there is a problem or you do have issues, the bike usually is in the dealership, getting fixed, and then they're getting you back on the road. The Road King, for instance, now you guys are saying, why won't you just get rid of the Road King? Why won't you get rid of the Road King? And I told you guys before, it's a different style. It's a different type of ride. It's not the same. Everything that I look for in the CVO, being light, nimble, and everything like that, I have it in the Road King for a cheaper price. The modifications to the Road King, man, I mean, just kind of put the bike in its own world. You can't go back and try and do that with the new CVOs now. Price point, this bike is half of what those bikes cost. Yeah, so guys, I appreciate you for watching, joining, subscribing. Don't forget, the real official Mac, I put it right here. If you want to reach out to me to ask me some more questions, maybe between the CVO and the CVO ST, something like that, what I like better. I'll answer those over there. I don't want to make this a super long video, but do yourself a favor. Go ahead. Go right now. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Guys, until the next time, enjoy it. Peace.